Nam today and give we a wonderful song and also lift up we country through the national pledge.
Coordinator of C-Trade.
Thank you, DJ. Thank you.
Efforts to amplify Africa's voice on.
Thank you, DJ.
When we talk before we think, we must be king of well. All other side then they be.
Okay, thank you very much, DJ. We're now going to business proper. Thank you. So today we get an IR today and for the future of peace and the national cohesion town hall. In this town hall, our stage is set. We want to use this opportunity to welcome you and to let you know that you have come to the right place and we're going to get a right conversation and a safe space as well. Just for some quick room check, quick housekeeping. Our bathrooms and toilets just outside on your left when you leave the entrance door here. There's also an exit door over there. In case there is any emergency, please use these two doors. Do you have one for me? No say we get we toilets them the Obayanda, and then also we get we exit to Mots and the Obayanda. Please, una can use them in case of any emergency. But we know the hope say anything will happen by the grace of God. So we don't want for waste time. We want for begin this conversation. We want for use this opportunity for welcome una and for tell una plenty thank you. On a Tuesday like this, we una left una work them, una left una busy time them for can join one of the most important discussion what we can get in this country. I don't want for waste time. I want for introduce just briefly somebody we no need and we don't need introduction. We Minister of Information and Civic Education. Put your hands together for Mr. Cherno Abdullahi Ba.
Thank you, thank you. Now, so na the clap. All my family what is here. Now, so na the clap. All right. Una welcome. Hearty welcome to you all. It's great to be here. We're here to talk peace and the future of the culture of peace in Salone. I want to take this opportunity on behalf of the Ministry of Information and Civic Education for always thank our partners. We make this program here possible. The UN Foundation, UNDP, Purposeful, they're all in at the list. I'm going to forget somebody, so I know they go through everybody's Save the Children Plan, IRN, UN Women, UNDP. We're really, really grateful for all. Over 20 years ago, Pakaba say the words that don't become immortal in the history of Salone. He declared Alunge say, the war done. It's a miracle actually that Salone, 20 years on, plus, we don't get multi-party elections, we don't see transition in political party leadership in the country, and somehow, miraculously, we don't maintain the culture of peace. We get so many challenges when it comes to peace and cohesion as Salone. We have a long way to go. But on this journey, what we want to do today, with this very complex, high-powered panel, now for situate usa we dey now, for tell God, Allah, thank you, and for tell the people of Salone, say, na dentia make ude usa ude so today. What we need for do more together, follow maintain and improve the peace, and waiting are we all your responsibility for do that. We get a poll so that the people within our house and the one that they watch we online, we did live in multiple platforms then. And for say special thank you to media partners, AYV, SLBC 98.1, they all they carry live. We're on multiple channels, them, Facebook, YouTube, and all. And we get a slide or link. I don't know if my team will able to put up the link now. So I want to announce how people then go able for submit then questions. So look, if you get your phone, you're online, you can use Dandy right now and take part by this poll where they go on, and the poll going to go on as we continue. Let's just go through with the question them. How you go currently rate the state of peace in Salone on a scale of 1 to 10 or 1 to 5? So, you know, how you go rate? So you can do that. You can join slido.com, and the code where they put now 2036202. 2036202. So you are there now, you can be part of this. And halfway into the conversation, we come back and see the question them. Number 2, what's the most important factor that we don't help with for maintain peace in Salone since the war done? You can there now, you can be part of that conversation. You within our host. Let's see what's the most important. We'll go to the next question, please, if you can. We don't begin. Okay, so now then 2 questions here. We want for C, and we will come back and see the updates on then 2 questions in there. But right now, I want Follow to join me for invites to the high table with keynote speaker and the distinguished guest of honor for today. Before I go through and introduce the rest of the panel. Now, somebody we know, you don't need an introduction, but in the current chief negotiator on behalf of the government of Salone on the agreement for peace and unity. It only part of the peace process in this country for more small. Now we all been take part from the TRC. Now we all help rights, the Truth Commission, in reports, the child-friendly version. Now a young leader and now man we passionate about peace and national cohesion. And for really crave on indulgence and plead that we will be able to team up as we welcome the country's Chief Minister, Dr. David Moinina Senge, as they come forward. The Honorable Chief Minister, they come, and in they can deliver the keynotes, boy, they sit down, and as we start with the video quickly.
The coordinator of C10, Sierra Leone has spearheaded efforts to amplify Africa's voice on this issue.
I've been to hell and back, and during our years of trials and tribulations, we learned quite a lot. We were able, after all the fighting, after all the destruction, as you've described, we resolved our problems on the table. Africa plays a significant role in peacekeeping and conflict resolution, yet it is vastly underrepresented. We are going to celebrate 80 years of the United Nations. We cannot do that with the structure, the configuration of the Security Council as we have, which is totally unfair to us as a continent.
Africa demands 2 permanent seats in the UN Security Council and 2 additional non-permanent seats, bringing the total number of non-permanent seats to 5. The African Union will choose the African permanent members.
Let's put hands together for His Excellency the President and the leadership of Sierra Leone. As President Bill said, we have been to hell and back. Now, before we see David Sengesta.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister, members of the High Table, other ministers and within our honorable members of Parliament, with traditional leader them, other big leader them within our, brother and sister them, we did before the development agency them, and we represent other country them, members of the security within our, and all man, all we brother and sister them, and the one them we they online, you know, the inside, una good afternoon. Today, we have been to talk to the Minister of Information and Civic Education. In preparation for this conversation, I asked him waiting at the three things them where he wants for make a talk about. Number one is say make a talk about the future of peace. Number two is say make talk about the role of women and young people them in peace in this country. Yeah. And number three is say, as he say, you don't say we they talk about peace, not alone, as subjects of peace and conflict to now we they help shape peace and conflicts conversations around the world. Within our vision, how would they able shape the culture of peace? Hopefully, I'm not going to talk too long on everything and then. So I want to start really on the future of peace. But we're not going to talk about the future of peace as it say without we don't understand what's our day today. Now, alone, anybody will wake up now this country and know say 1 year ago, the last thing where you go say na salon 1 year ago, August, na peace. 1 year ago, and I'm glad the person with the 2 steps from me, na APC parliamentarian. 1 year ago, APC not been there in governance. 1 year ago, we cabinet the meet, we state opening of parliaments been just happening. Now 2 people them from the opposition been there inside the well of parliament. 1 year ago, plenty people them been there threatening we about waiting need for happen. Whether then they demonstrate or whether insecurity there. Now His Excellency say they set up waiting then sending the now we all man they call tripartite committee. Tripartite because we know they will do peace and development work if we development partner they not there, if government's not there, and in this case the other party, the opposition not been there. And they ask me say I for lead that tripartite committee. No cost, not the way I not see. Whether people them way been there on the government side, whether people them way been there on the opposition side, then course me mama, me grandpa, me granny, me pikin there, all man then course. But His Excellency tell me explicitly say, we they go in that committee there with the people them across governments where they go with, you get one task. And the one task where they go for, now for ensure say you dialogue within the law, and you make sure say we someone that they resolve una difference them for make this country I go before una do am. And the one then we've been there around the table, and I don't recount the story a couple of times, but I want to mention this. When we reach inside Bintumani, we there around table like this, all man don't holla, we not agree, this, that, all man. We go now, we separate room them. Now only big table like this, APC the new buyer under, government's the new buyer, a far, people in the middle, so you see the other person, like, so you know Sabia. Now I send notes to Dr. Samura Kamara. I say, you know, Yuan, I want to talk to Yuan, me and you. Now I say, then come back, they say, no, you're not going to be in one. I say, okay, well, you tell me how many of you now go can't talk. Then 3 come, then say that we 2 from we own side go. So all the major challenges so people have been on grip, that small table where you talk, the pits they reach that the other person face. Where the person talking near you, the pits go in your face, your wipe hand so small. I'd say the difference them with the between the solver. Now that side we build the main architecture of waiting go inside the agreement for national unity. Many months later, one of the resolution inside the agreement for national unity that will form the tripartite committee. Again, then calls Sweetie, then calls APC, then T, then calls Dr. Samurati, then calls UN, then T. Say, what's in that tripartite? We not for do tripartite, we not for do this, now waste time. Timeline been there. We meet every timeline with the inside that tripartite there. And now, so who side we there? We just see state opening of parliament 1 year later, fully constituted parliament. Every government entity now this country are participatory and inclusive of opposition. No sign of the way governments they do something where APC or opposition not there, or development partner they not there, or civil society not there, or traditional leader they not there. No sign, nothing that they what they do. We them people then they know they pan. And today, who side with it? People then, 9 other people then say, oh well, when I don't do this tripartite, nothing no go come on inside. First of all, pan the agreement for national unity get 8 components. So they do all. Plenty they will done. Many more they will they do them. Inside the tripartite, you get all their recommendations in there. For tell the people then of this country who side with it. We take them cabinet, make a committee. They ask me for my lead that committee they back. So I lead that committee, they include minister there, civil society, plenty different people then. We break hand down and send them to the different institutions them. And then institution then they don't sit down, they don't work on how they get for implement them. We get support from with development partner them. And we work for make sure say all within this other tripartite there. Through the independent institution, they may then do their own. Through the constitutional review, go with that day before. Through a referendum, we'll do a national referendum. Because now we as citizens, now we get the future of peace. And they require them reform them there. So again, I'm glad that cabinet in this instance asked me for lead on the post-implementation of the post-tripartite. And I want for assure when I say His Excellency just agreed today, say it will come for launch the full implementation plan for make sure say we will do that there. Now they will do today. The second thing where I want to talk about now on the women, youth, and peace. At this point, if you not don't cram the big 5, something that for crammer. If you don't crammer, that for crammer. It's like they wake you up 2 a.m. There's something like the big 5, you will count there. Inside one sentence. But the critical part, pan the precedent in big 5, that human capital development. We've been the Kene, but I've been the one that you read and the one Chief Kane. So they explain this thing about human capital, about the big 5. He said the last term, I've been human capital development, 90 presidents say, but in don't begin member, why make pan the big 5, then put human capital number 2? First of all the big 5, they're all equal, eh? They're all important to governments, they do all. But more say, he say, why make them put on number 2? He say, the big 5 now, like you 5 finger then. Number 2, now you pointing finger. He say number 2, human capital development, they show the direction of inside the rest of the big 5 they go. But human capital development is on them, because now then historically they bien, now then they lead with social development. And you need the young people then. 70% of this country are they 30 and below, now young people then. And the critical workforce now young people then. If you not get women them and young people then be MPs, you never go before. So the important element with these governments here they promote, now for make sure say women them and young people them get peace. Now inside the same hall here, the Ministry of Information bring we recently from where we can launch the civic strategy. The minister say, they ask, I don't know how many, thousands of people in all across the country on which thing will be the pillar then. One of the pillar then, the first pillar, now radical inclusion. You know they talk about peace if you not believe in radical inclusion. Because the principle of radical inclusion, they say, elect me and you the feds, elect you in the opposition, elect me I hate you, elect you in a bad person, I still sit down with you and listen to you. It say the people that were not there inside this room, would they make sure say, would they break the walls of this room, yeah, so more people than go come inside. It say it don't matter whether you poor or you the far side. It don't matter whether you not person with disability, they not one they can see, you know they're not table. The principle of radical inclusion say you for them at that table there. So, not to me, put her inside there. Not to the minister, put her inside there. Now, the people of this country, now then say it's important for we civic education, say inclusion, however you want call her. But inclusion, now a central piece to how we national cohesion for take place. Means say, no matter you color, no matter your gender, no matter your age, you for reach your highest potential. And at that day, now a central piece for how we as a country don't approach the UN Security Council. And at that day, now make we say, as you hear now in this country, all man knows say, what in Salon they advocate for. With the advocates for 2 permanent seats at the UN Security Council, and would they expand the non-permanent seats at the Security Council. Why would they do that then? Inclusion. Because we say the voices of over 1 billion people not there inside the room. We say them voice then they, then for they. So that principle of inclusion there and participation, not to only Salon with the practicer, not to only Ministry of Education or Civic Education, but now the entire country now in the practicer for the world. The third thing we want to talk about, before I get for can talk about the Security Council, now we roll for peace as a culture. If anything, what I want to listen to today, I want to see how we go unlearn. We need to unlearn so that we will learn. And I'll give you an example. I'll give one example. When I've been there as Minister of Education with the paramount chief then, but one, we go Nabu, then the Minister of Social Welfare, the paramount chief then, we say we want to pull corporal punishment. We say we don't want men and the beats will picking them. That's cool. We carry and go cabinet. Cabinet say yes. But we get for go talk to the chief then. Now one chief put his hand up. Mr. Minister, this is not with man business. This is not that thing where if you say you don't go land in America, now you the couch now. How you go come to me, he say me, we not for B2 picking. If we not B2 picking, how the picking then go land? How discipline go there? How this? Now other chief puts his hand up. I say, I don't know what's in that chief they talk about too. But me, na me own community, na me own Usane beats me picking there. But me, we believe say ABC for happen. It is linked to the culture of violence within our community. Here's one thing to unlearn. If my man not like me, they beats me. Not to me talk out. And so some man then can say. Then can say some woman them from different side and what the man they beats them, now the show say like them. The late woman, Sia, not go ever sit down there. Then conversation then we need to unlearn them. We need to unlearn the partner society where they make violence be normal. That picking at school, where because it distracted, because maybe it tired, it hungry. So they picking nose or they stoning brother, you take her, you beat her, you damage her. What if you say they happen to that picking tomorrow? When self get strength, when self get power, what do they do to other person? They beat her, damage her. When in self in our community, where it get wealth, where it's strong pass, what do they do to her? They beat her, kill her. The second thing, what we need for unlearning is related to this. And you say, man, people they're jealous. Why you jealous? Yeah, they do anything. Heart one because he's jealous. In heart the one way jealous. This weekend, somebody jealous because other person go meet now one girlfriend host, it kill her. Apart from the fact that Bakuma then get dozen girlfriend, then they know they kill them all. Apart from the fact that we there in the culture where people then get girlfriend them, it's okay. We know it's normal. This is what happens. No judgment. What's it wrong if that woman they get more than one girlfriend, one boyfriend? That you for grab go kill the other person because you feel say he cannot express himself. It's this culture of possessiveness and ownership of the woman body. People then feel say, now then get woman body. And so, as a man, you feel so strong and powerful in your own world that if other woman they look you, if other man they look you, if you they go kill her. We must unlearn the culture of violence. And it starts from where you had the one. Where you not beat you with, you know you should say like her. Where you picking, misbehave in school, if a beat and say you pull mark 9 back. And final example, we're all in a group there. We're holding and cause people then mama then they bully them, cyberbullying. People then we don't get faced, then just they be in a number 000900, whatever the number is. We can then group then they, with the left sit down, with the all watch. Then they cause, mommy cause them. Then they tell people then think them we're not need for happy. And we all just sit down, they laugh, hey, 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 like, hey, 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 emoji. How you feel sit down at the end? At the end, in violence in the physical world. Which is why the people then where they preach violence and hate in the digital world, governments don't say we cannot stand for that. Which brings me to the point about what government has done. The Independent Commission for Peace and National Cohesion within IR set up 3 years ago, 4 years ago. And about 19 other entities then, very NDMA in IR, we see what's in NDMA they do, the National Public Health Agency. These institutions of government are essential for make sure say peace and national cohesion there. Final 2 points. You know, President Bio, na blessed president. A blessed because we did side we did today because of our many years ago. Yeah, we were in the Minister of Information saying. I just put her into slight context. 1997. People then here will not be born inside 97, put your hand up. If you younger, if you not been born by 97, put your hand up. It's okay, okay, hand in there, hand in there. Una not shame, it's okay. It's okay, on the high table, okay, okay. Why would I be in the shame? 1997. The UN Security Council gets an oil and arms embargo pan Salone during the war. 1997, we all been there run, John Tab in there. We not been in a good school, 1998. 1998, other coup in the back, 98, eh? Or not been invasion. Coup in the AFRC. Yeah. June 1998, UN Observer Mission set up by the Security Council. May 2000, then expand UNAMSIL back. At that point, the largest form and the authority would then give the UN for participate actively in conflicts. Now, Salon have been one of the first term then we didn't do that day. Resolution 1346. Between the term we then establish UNAMSIL to when UNAMSIL begin wind down then work, then disarm and demobilize over 75,000 ex-combatants, including child soldiers. And as the minister say, we work with some of them child soldiers and they, when we not been picking them. The UN decide for set up UNIOSIL where they integrate peace, for consolidate peace. Resolution 1610, June 30th, 2005, for extend for the final months. Then transition Nande to the Integrated Peace Building Office, March 2014. Ban Ki-moon Kanye, and listen to what Ban Ki-moon say. For wrap up with the final decision of the United Nations Security Council. Ban Ki-moon say, Sierra Leone represents one of the world's most successful cases of post-conflict peacekeeping and peace building. And I clap for Salo. So where many I get that privilege for Sidon being President Bio, where the chair, the UN Security Council. President Bio and president of Salon, but that day they've been president of the Security Council and president of the world. It became clear to me that waiting with the can't talk here about the people that many of the people that waiting at this table been there around the table, them been to Mani 1, been to Mani 2, they were there. Peace and national cohesion, not to today work and not to here at the end, but it's an ongoing effort and process where we all they do. So, day before yesterday, I've been there with the president inside office. We've been getting one meeting, but CNN been there on. And you see the joy in her face, where you see Imran, Ambassador Imran, the chair, one meeting about peace and security in the world. This country, where I read all the resolutions, but with UN Security Council being the make for end and shape how the world approach peace. Now they contribute to shaping peace around the world. So I want to end on this final piece around dialogue. President Biodon tell we many, many times that he come out, Naton, he go na bush, he meet food is anchor. He say he go inside, we then go pan the peace talk. Then two no more go na office, na room. Then tell them say if we not kill you, say before we not come out, then peace day. Then go na room, they not kill themselves, then can. We see how down the end. I don't work. I go na APC party office headquarters in the middle of a crisis where nobody ever get mind for going near APC party headquarters. I go there, 1 floor, 2 floor, 3 floor, then welcome me and sit down with APC. We don't know, say, now this country, dialogue is the only guaranteed way for speaking about peace and national cohesion. So, I'm glad that we're here today, and I want for, on behalf of His Excellency, really, because you know, this, before I come on, I go to my office, I tell and see at the camp and this town hall. On behalf of His Excellency, I truly want to all congratulate the Ministry of Information and Civic Education. Civic participation are the bedrock of peace and national cohesion. And I thank you.
The Right Honorable Dr. Moinina David Senge, me paddy, me brother, me ally, we work together for more than picking them. We don't live together. I remember the picture we shared recently, and be a picture of back in the days, the dark days of Salon, when them in the demobilize the Pekin them, the ex-child combatants them. Then they get them a place where they call in-skin care centers. We been the goodie for go talk to them. That picture there, where wear that green, don't see why they wear green on, and I remind some people there. The one they wake you one doubts. Say we been there for talk to we come in picking them, for help them, for come back in a society, for build a culture of peace. Thank you for your leadership and thank you for where you don't set the tone. Now, we want to get people in voice here quickly. We get a quick short video. We want to show waiting people and think about the culture of peace, and then we come to the panel and start the conversation. So just give it just a 2-minute video quickly.
It not only means say government for do. It means say we Sierra Leoneans we for let we serve and embrace government policies, because the issue is some people would say, I don't like this, but because we not love we serve in Sierra Leone, now they cause all this. We need for love we serve and embrace government policy. That's all. Then peace go there. Peace will continue because peace day. As of now, peace day.
For fair way for tackle this social media and things, because some man get access to the social media can feel say for misuse them. Why is it for do the right things, but in order to do one by sending wrong information, incitement, where they bring calm and insecurity. Then two, like the drugs business, we don't see the drugs don't rampant. We this now something in the near future we get for create problem, because when man don't take drugs, what you tell them, the politician can use them now for doing politics, for stop bad politics. The citizens, we the ordinary citizens and the government also of the day and the opposition, bad politics they kill and they bring insecurity in this country.
All right, we forget about tribalism. We are the #1 key aspect. We forget about tribalism. Trust me, everything is going well. They let the government cater for we the layman. Because yesterday they come meet we say, please vote for me, Lord, do this, Lord, do this, and which we did. So today it's our own turn for them to help us. Let them help us so that peace will reign in Sierra Leone.
Government for put all things in done, business for condom. If we open company for them, you man them, they work good day. If you work there, peace good day. But the body and the pass and thief, smoke, push, do all kind of bad things because they don't get work. So let government create work for the youth man them. Then all the marketing for condom, they will self-pay because some of them are single parents.
They will come to one, they will come to the grow up. But if not doing that, I'm not in the out of you. So me, I don't tell you that the day when we grow up, tribalism not be there. No, me say what's happening there. I don't know say you not the buy, you not team, you not so, you not that. Born or one more. But this country, if you not break down the dome, I'm not in count to one, not to peace in the country.
Thank you to SLBC for that. A little clap for the people that will contribute their views there. Varying sets of views, economic issues, stop bad politics, end tribalism, all things here we want for can talk about. We get a complex panel here. Alona join me. I just name the panelists then quickly. We will just clap with them as I call the name because no one spend more time than we would already spend. Right here, Anna Kagbo, they represent the UN Youth Advocacy Group. Now, clap for Anna. We get the Honorable Asata Mahoy, the Minister of Gender and Children's Affairs. Doctor, we get my sister Sally M. Adams, Women's Forum. There, Auntie Marie Bob Kande, where they represents the Markets Women's Association. My brother, champion for peace business at this country for a long time, Famble Talk John Coker, one for tell and thank you. I collect for calling me former self, the former president of, the current president of the Children's Forum Network, Philip Akri Dole, one for tell and thank you. As well, where they are the Director General at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Ambassador Victoria Soleimani, the UN Resident Representative, AI, Rudolf Schwenk, who are also the UNICEF representative at the country. We had already met the Chief Minister, and then after we get my former colleague, feminist extraordinary Josephine Kamara, Director on Purposeful. my brother, very outspoken opposition leader in the parliament, the Honorable Daniel Brahma Koroma. I want to especially clap for him. I tell him thank you for where they are with me. It represents the All People's Congress Party and the leader in our parliament, we know there, Honorable Abdul Kagbo. And then, of course, the chair of the Independence Commission for Peace and Cohesion, the Reverend Shudanke Johnson. We get representing Interreligious Council, Reverend Abiose Samuels as well. Thank you, sir. And then we brought her from the National Youth Council, the Secretary General, James Cowie, there as well. The Council of Paramount Chief, PC Sheku Amadou Tijan Fasuluku Sonsiama. It's still I call him full name. Hello, clap for him. And of course, my uncle Alaji Mutada Sise, where they represents the Muslim parts of the Interreligious Council. Big panel. I got for try. And now I got for really push this panel for low keep and sharp. So we'll get a conversation, we'll mix inside the conversation. And then, I can to focus on women's building. So we get the woman name, youth voices. And then the final part, now we go do now the community for advance the culture of peace. So Interreligious Council, Council of Paramount Chiefs, and others. So now so they mix them. In order for make perfect sense in that way, but we try. So we set the tone right. The first person wangi na we brother Rudolph from the United Nations, because I also want to help for frame. I mean, I know saying in English you get for talk. I know say your Creole is really good, but I'm gonna give you a pass and let you speak in English. Really, I know you know, there were three sides to the tripartite, and I like to remind people of that. It was the United Nations and our development partners. You played a critical role in helping to bring us around the table, making sure we keep this going. And part of why we're having this conversation as well is because we're not just talking about peace today because of our role as a country, but very soon, next month in New York, there is the Summit of the Future. And one of the critical pillars of that conversation is about the future of peace. So we're trying to link this all together. I want in your brief opening remarks, if you may, to help us frame why that is important for Sierra Leone. Over to you, sir. You can sit there. I'm going to ask everybody now.
Because he's such an excellent speaker. I did not understand everything, but what I understood was excellent. So thank you very much for setting the tone. And thanks very much also for organizing this town hall. Because let me say the bottom line first. Without peace and cohesion, there is no sustainable and inclusive development. Peace and cohesion. And let me also, coming back to the video we saw from His Excellency the President, congratulate Sierra Leone for taking up this presidency of the UN Security Council. Supporting peace globally, that is not a minor thing, and taking the opportunity also for several signature events. There was a discussion on the permanent represented in 1998 with an observer mission. It morphed into a peacekeeping mission for several years, for 7 years actually, ended with a peace-building office that then handed over, if you wish, the responsibility to national institutions and the people of the country in 2014, which means it was a certification that the country has matured. And that, I think, is very, very special. So these missions have helped Sierra Leone to stabilize and support the recovery from the civil war. Now, was this the end of the UN engagement? It was not. It was not, because the United Nations are here, the United Nations team is here, and the Peace Building Fund, which is a global fund that was established in 2006 to help peace efforts globally, has strongly engaged in Sierra Leone in different areas, in state building process, in conflict prevention resolution, social cohesion, in peaceful elections, justice, security sector reforms. It was even, and you mentioned the cyberspace, you know, and with social media, there was an I-Verify platform established to help counter misinformation, and that, I think, was a great contribution also to the peacekeeping efforts, if you wish, in the country. The Peace Building Fund has also helped to strengthen human rights mechanisms, including SGBV protection, rights of people with disabilities, community dialogues, early warning systems in the Office of National Security and Police Headquarters. So the UN and the United Nations, the Peace Building Fund is very, very strongly engaged. There have been intergenerational and school-based dialogues that were facilitated. I have, by the way, also witnessed myself the power of such dialogues. You mentioned dialogue when I was in Bombali district after the elections, and I met some young people who participated in a Peace Building Fund supported activity, and they were very passionate in telling me how they encountered conflict and how they were able to mitigate the conflict. Yeah? And that for me was very special to hear it firsthand from the people who benefited from it. It's also about trust, right? We have to have trust between, for example, the police and young people. So there are projects like empowering youth bike riders as agents for peace. All of this is implemented by different UN agencies. There are youth at risk projects. So all of that is ongoing, and we will continue to do this. And just to mention that in our newly launched, again by yourself, the Sustainable Development Cooperation Framework of the United Nations, a very strong focus, a whole pillar, is devoted to governance and economic transformation. And that is considering in particular marginalized and vulnerable groups, women and youth, and supporting institutions for accountable governance systems, effective resource management, and evidence-based decisions. So that will be fully aligned also with the National Medium-Term Development Plan, going up to 2030, which, by the way, not many people know this, is also innovative. When we had the discussion, initially the government thought maybe to go a little shorter, and then now fully aligning with SDG up to 2030, I think is also something to be congratulated, and the United Nations are fully engaged. Maybe last, before you cut me off, I can read body language. The Summit of the Future, which is going to be linked with the General Assembly, is a follow-up to the SDG Summit last year, and it really focuses on global governance. It wants to reinvigorate the multilateral system, accelerate SDG progress. There will be dialogue also with young people. There will be side sessions. A full day is dedicated to discussion with young people. So this is something very special. I call on all the member states and stakeholders. Civil society will also have a space there to fully participate and to contribute to the pact for the future that hopefully will be the outcome at the end of September. I stop here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Let's please put our hands together for him. Now, for the rest of the panelists, I really want to make this as interactive as possible. So at the beginning, do a timer for 3 minutes for our interventions. So they keep on sharp, because otherwise we will sleep now, and a lot of people have a lot of things to say. I'll give you an exception from the APC. I'll give you 2 additional minutes, so you'll be 5 minutes. But first, on the Pact of the Future and the international, the work with Salon do, CM don't already talk about with presidency of the Security Council, but also you as a Director General of Foreign Affairs. Talk about why this Pact of the Future is important to Salon. Help with for Freeman quickly, and then we'll come to you, Honorable Brahma from the APC. Go ahead. 3 minutes.
Minister CM, I want to say thank you for call Foreign Affairs for adding voice to this conversation. The Pact of the Future, it actually evolved from COVID time, na the Genesis standing, when the UN they commemorate the 75th anniversary of the establishment of the United Nations. The world leaders say COVID, the implementation of the SDG was too slow. And where COVID can, even the little gains where they don't attain for implement the SDGs was taken away. So they said we are going to reform the UN to make it, I don't want to say fit for purpose, to make it fitter for purpose. So they instructed the Secretary General to do a report where it be present 1 year later, we call our common agenda. So now from that, our common agenda, this thing don't evolve. Now on the 22nd of September, the world leaders then get for go and endorse within called Pact of the Future. It's a deal, a loaded document with a chapeau, 5 chapters, and 3 annexes. So the sustainable development, now the first chapter, sustainable development, and the second chapter, they talk about peace and security, and then the third chapter, they talk about science, technology, and innovation. The fourth chapter, youth, peace, youth and future generations. And the fifth chapter, and they talk about the global governance. And then get 3 annexes. The 3 annexes, they talk about the Global Digital Compact, the Declaration of the Future, and the intergovernmental negotiations of the UN Security Council. So this conversation could not have more apt, really. It very much in place that President Bio don't come out, he don't make that powerful statement on spotlighting the historical injustice where then be left Africa being. We will not get no seat in the permanent category of the UN Security Council, where the most powerful organ of the UN, where they talk about maintenance of international peace and security. So this Pact of the Future, now a deal, and it's under negotiations right now. In fact, the 3rd revised version, then get for adoption shortly in readiness for the leaders there for go endorse. President Bio will be one of the leaders that will endorse this deal for multilateral cooperation and how we could build on the lessons that we don't learn, especially with Sierra Leone, a post-conflict country. One of the key priorities now the Security Council, we're in peace and security, and then we are talking about United Nations reform inside the Security Council. Chief Minister, Sierra Leone is the first country we don't take this conversation from the UN General Assembly. Intergovernmental negotiations is meant to be in the General Assembly. So people were saying, oh, are you taking the IGN from the General Assembly? No. We just want to take the talk on the Security Council inside the organ where they don't met this historical injustice on we, so that we go spotlight.
Thank you.
And we saw the reactions. All the one that we speak after we President Bio don't speak. The Pact of the Future is important. It was a very loaded document. Now, wheelbarrow them for go take an UN. But the co-facilitators, the permanent representatives of Germany and Namibia, then say no, they make and short. So now I make them get under 5 chapters, brief, so that it go short and precise. But then the 3 annexes, I don't know. One of the annexes is intergovernmental negotiation. I have so much to say.
All right, another clap, please, for the DG. And I want to take this opportunity to congratulate you, boss, the current Foreign Minister, Timothy Musa Kabaya, the Deputy Minister, and you as the DG for our leadership. I think we all as Sierra Leoneans, they will not watch CNN and all these international media in awe at how this small country, I would actually talk to the EU chief, they tell me, say, Manuel, say, we look at other countries, them, even the young country, then go into the Security Council, a big thing. Then they hire like hundreds of people and complex staff and all that. But for C Salon don't maintain and do it when I don't do so, truly, really impressive. Now I'm bringing the conversation home, Lokana Salon. So I go to you, Honorable Daniel Kuruma. Honorable, the question we don't ask people them, and I want to keep this conversation looking at the future. Waiting we for do na Salon. For EPWI, for cultivate a culture and a future of peace. Waiting we for do together. Waiting you want see happen more and more. Waiting you party want for see. The thing that we don't do right, so it means we EPWI follow again peace so today. I give 5 minutes. Just use the mic, we don't work just now, baby. Okay. Okay. Make us start your time again, man. Oh, yes. Go ahead.
Thank you very much, Mr. Honorable Minister. I will take the cue. I will ignore the provisions of Section 97 of the Constitution and also 38. That as a sitting member of Parliament, if I'm to be treated honorably in and out of parliament, under Section 30, you cannot limit my time below 30 minutes. That is what the law says. Section 97 and SO 38. But in the interest of progress, I take the cue.
We appreciate that, Honorable. We thank you.
I will present my 1 hour speech in 5 minutes. Just one. Just one. Government in, this is frank discussion now. Government in, government out. The manner in which we make our laws. We make our laws to be our servants as government in power. That has been the tradition. We make laws to be our servants as government in power. Forgetting to note that that same law, which is our servant now, is very good. But one day, that same servant will be your master. When power changes hands. And then the struggle continues. That has been our problem. When I come, every legal procedures or legislative processes, we twist, we coin them to serve us. By the time we leave power, we regret because it bites us. Government in, government out, this is our singular problem. And as it is now, in my capacity as a deputy leader of opposition, I'm here on the instructions of my leader, Ambudo Abukabo. I've seen notice on social media. Not one, not two, not three. On an ongoing constitutional review process. Ongoing. Not planned, ongoing. But it may shock you to know that as it is now, we have not been involved in this review process as a government in the making. We have not been involved. And one thing about concept of change, when you foster change by political will, sometimes if the change is positive, fine. But whether the change is positive or negative, as long as the reason for the change is based on political will, that change can be overturned in the future. But when you lay the basic foundation that will allow change with two characteristics, the concept of change with two characteristics. One, it should be unstoppable. The change comes, you cannot stop it. The change comes, you cannot even take notice. The system you put in place will bring that change even without your notice. When change comes in that manner, it cannot be overturned because it is part of everybody's blood vessel. It is part of the blood vessel of the state. So one thing we must correct is the mother of our laws. The mother of our laws is the ground norm, the 1991 Constitution. If it is being reviewed, I support 100% that that law is outdated now. We need a new brand law. But let it be inclusive. Don't take it as if it should be your servant as government in power. Because one day, you will be out of power. And it will be your master. Then you regret. It applies to all of us. Of course. We have been in power before. We did certain amendments. Some people had been in power before. They did certain laws. Power changed. We've all seen both sides. APC has seen both sides. The other side. SLPP has seen the other side. So what I'm talking now, you are my witness.
Thank you.
So on that note, I stop here for now.
Can allow a clap for the Honorable, please. I want to say something. CM say we dey try to create the culture of peace and dialogue in this country. Just recently, on the day with His Excellency in State Opening of Parliament, we get some international guests that will be there. Now the panel, I invite the Honorable Abdul Kagbo and the leader of William Party in our Parliament, Honorable Nyuma. We get a frank kind of conversation. Firm, but like I say so, in truth, direct, and we can disagree. That's not the culture we want for building in this country. It's not possible if you not participate. It's not possible if you not can hear. And I want to place on record with very sincere appreciation to you in leadership of your party for what you did and for you on frank words the way you don't say. I assure you, say, we listen to those words. This process will continue to make us inclusive as we can, and we'll continue to learn as we go forward. Thank you very much. And we'll continue to hear from you as well. And thank you when you not talk for 30 minutes because you make a begin panic. Just to remind people the way they are for the Slido, continue to send your thoughts in. I want to go to the chairman of the Independence Commission for Peace and National Cohesion. Mr. Chairman, you don't hear the government side, you don't hear the opposition side, you don't hear the UN side, you don't hear the foreign affairs side. Your institution naming create time for EPWI actually for cultivates the culture of peace in this country. Who's out there now, and from what you don't observe, waiting at the additional thing that we will need for do for our strength in this culture of peace.
All right, thank you, Mr. Minister.
Now 3 minutes.
Yes, sir.
I know say you're not reverend.
Yes, sir. Well, I think we don't come a long way, but we get a long, long way to go. And a long way because, you know, Chief Minister don't already say some things, and my brothers don't speak. For the mere fact that we able for those out there today, we don't take some decisions, hard decisions, and we some time will not be willing for taking the past. So that's why we say people they had day in the process of peace, but since peace is not a one-day journey, an ongoing journey, so this journey will continue. And one of the things we're going to do for me the journey is consistency. We're not going to be able to take 10 steps forward and we'll take 15 steps backward. We get to make sure that then TIO don't say in all we different forums and platforms and we don't talk about. We make sure that we honestly, even when it hot we, even when it pain we, that we try for work with them. Also, it's very important for that we make sure that the peace become a multifaceted thing, not only one area. From education that places them, we put her inside the school, picking them curriculum. Important so they go learn them. We make sure, say, this peace business here, not in only Tapdi, but we make sure, say, over and again, we beat the drum, over the radio, na social media, na television, them, over and again, we beat the drum. Let us not start today, no one will stop. We will also make sure, say, this same peace thing, the political party demo, other government agencies and department demo, international body demo, they all play their own part consistently. You know, one thing I know is that persistent, when you do something persistent, it break the back of resistance. Anything you do constantly, you must break the back of resistance. And we will make sure also that everybody included. This is a thing because this man not go back to school, this man belong to this color or this color. All man have least the way forward. And we don't reach someone at the country, we don't become so colorblind. I will tell you something interesting happened. When the American, they celebrate the Independence Day. This is what me observe a good day. They put bead in our neck, different kind. Over the people job they put the bead. And it will interest you, so I meet him up. Some man with them puts green bead in neck. He quietly pull the green bead, put it in pockets. He left the other bead. I mean, I see him. Yeah, they see, we don't become so colorblind. So man with them put red bead, he quietly pass pull and he left one bead there. Why? Because of all the things the way ministers say, we for unlearn, we for learn and for relearn. Because it's very important. All man for be included. And I want to say this thing because being an African, I always have to put something where they make the average man understand. Right. One small village we did, then we get problem. One elephant, they eat all and crop them. So they all set trap for the elephant. They're not able. Now one local hunter, now he go set the trap, he dig hole, the elephant can pass, he go inside the hole. But you watch the size of the elephant, he says, this elephant, I'm not going to take him. Now you go to the village, you go tell the village, tell the chief them. Say that elephant with them, we find out you don't follow inside trap. Now go take him. Then the people then pull all the instruments and begin dance. Big dance. Then begin sing. We don't catch we elephants. We don't catch we elephants. We don't. All man they sing, they go. But this one man when he said I said the trap, he left behind, he begin sing, I don't kill much. Then the chief hearing in song. Now he said, all man stop. So all man stop. Then they say this man is sing, I don't kill. Why then they say we? Then the chief said, no, I'll go back to that village. That man I don't kill elephants. May I go take him. The man can he look the elephants, he look at the hole. Is he sensible? Now he go back to the village. As he reach at the village, now he begin sing, we don't kill we elephants. We don't kill we elephants. So all man join them. All man join and then come, they take the elephant car and go to town. Because now we, at this time, not to now we don't kill we elephants.
Thank you so much, Reverend. I think elephants aid not to picking load. And waiting we don't they do as well in the ministry. After November last year, we launched a campaign called Salon Big Pass We All. I don't see that day. And for remind we all say, like you say, the country bigger than we all. And no matter what you be, what you do, that you be, Salon na for put above all else. Now so the national anthem say, now so the national pledge say, and put her interest above all else. High we exalt thee. You, John, because I want to let you talk about at the grassroots level. You work, people that know you, you don't win plenty award. For me, small Liam and a small Pekin, you don't do peace building, family talk. What do you hear from the communities on whose side we day when it comes to peace and national cohesion? And what do you think say the ordinary people them at the community level? We will transition and talk to Josephine and Philippa before we do the women, peace and security. So I want just let you just talk for 3 minutes. In your family talk conversation, what's in family and they say?
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. First and foremost, this is really great. And I'll go straight to the point, make make use of me 3 minutes. One, people learn to a large extent, they're conscious of the peace. But I think, to be fair, we also get our uneasiness because of the way how the politicians there and the other one, the way the underground politicians there, they micromanage their involvement at the community level, the words that they go with, then they mislead some community people them. So what thing they want to do? The approach now is how the communities then go there at the center of their peace and development. And this I go tell you, say, the Ministry of Local Government and Community Affairs, the Ministry of Development and Economic Planning, alongside other ministries, the Ministry of Gender, they try to get a conversation at the village level, whereby the village, the unit, not section, not chiefdom, how we go internalize the culture of peace. How that person when they come on a village, when they wake in the morning, how it go ensure say the host happy. Because when the host not happy, when you go na do, you go that kind of problem there. And your approach to things will be different. So basically the approach is, let's see what can be done at the village level. And I think say the government, they also talk to development partners them. For make them support villages. First for maybe amend the law, for make we get village councils, whereby the village, now you get 7 borehole now a village. Something I want the work. What thing do? Because when they go with her, then now one NGO go with her or one partner, but if they go there hand over to the village, say this is yours, the peace we will get, now we get her. Make sure say nobody no come on a door or outside the village for can tamper with her. So basically, people want to be involved. People want to be at the driver's seat. And with the hope, say, with this new approach where the Ministry of Local Government, the Ministry of Moped, they work towards, they go able for open up the space for make we consolidate the peace with it. Make no mistake, the peace we will get, we all appreciate the effort and way the government don't make, the opposition don't make, and other development partners. But the government of the day, in primary responsibility, now for protect, preserve, and encourage the people there for make we all become peaceful in Sierra Leone. Thank you, sir.
Wow. Sharp, sharp. You even give me 36 seconds more. what they can use now. Thank you so much, John Cocker, and thank you for your work you don't do in our communities and for countless years for promoting the culture of peace. I want to come to the feminist activist na the panel. We na Josephine Kamara from We Are Purposeful. Full disclosure, na me from my home Nandi, We Are Purposeful. So, Josephine, una partner in this conversation. From your own perspective, I know say in the conversation that we don't get, you don't talk say peace not to just follow, we talk about peace nas alone. That waiting the happen around the world, we get a duty. And I know say that you passionate about. Why the culture of peace conversation as alone supposed to include waiting the happen around the world and our neighborhood? 3 minutes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. One, because the UN Foundation consider we as a global actor when it comes to the conversation of setting the agenda for waiting peace and security for the world get for look like. Then one. Before I go too deep into that, one for be able for at least help people and for understand that peace is not just the absence of war. Because most of the time when we talk about peace, people quickly say, oh, we're not in a salo, we're not in this place here. So meaning we are a very peaceful country. Peace now is social construct, now something where we they build. It involves different layers, them different bricks them where they put together. It involves we social interaction with each other. It involves we ideals them, we cultural understandings them and political agreements them. And then they make a glad if we say the opposition person there and he get the opportunity for speak in your own truths. I want to make we also know that when we talk about the conversation of peace, it also ties with the conversation of equality and dignity of all. Because most time, because we're not in a country, people and they assume say, even though equality conversation is not still respected in that space or be upheld in certain way in that space, they're not can relate them to them, but then two things and they really tie. The reason we make them two things and they really tie is where there is chaos and crisis, we know say for many time, woman and girl picking them body na in at the battlefield. Me na possibly born during the war, I grow during the war, and I experience the war na me body. So I understand what it means when a society is not peaceful or when we declare, say, war done, but still we live in a society where other things them they uphold the peace and rights and dignity for women them and girl picking them. The other thing where I want to talk about, now the fact that we cannot see Sierra Leone as a country where isolated from the world. We're not going to able to discuss the future of peace alone if we blind to waiting they happen around we. Because the world they born around we. Crisis they happen around we. And then crisis then they you go to think say, well, me not in this country, I'm not in that country, not get any impacts na me. It directly impacts you. And then they make not too glad the way we leaders, we political leaders them, not can talk about that and be accountable. Then can just sit down and they receive mommy and daddy costs. Then they explain who say fuel crisis come on, who say the price of living they come out. All of that they directly linked to other global crises the way they happen. For example, areas the way they produce oil. If war they let's take for example the Middle East or the Russia-Ukraine war. It affects we as the ordinary people then because na place the way they produce oil. So we need for we situate we safe in then conversation and then. Now then they make some of we as the activists as we celebrate peace na salon, we still see a long side there for go. Because one, we need for conscientize with people and for understand say we are situated within a geopolitics. Within that context there, we for understand what's our role as a country. And now we are key player them. Just now, we are president of the Security Council. That means say no other conversation about peace and security, not for go on where we just go low, only focus on with domestic issues then. We for also focus on how we contribute to addressing international peace and security, and also focus on how we contribute to making sure this country is safe for women and girl picking them. Because the safety and dignity of women and girl picking them, including we rights to bodily autonomy, including we addressing the fidgeting of young girls and clitoris, is all part of waiting peace building look like? Peace building, like I say, not for the absence of war. And I hope we always go get down the way we think about peace. So when women are free, when women can participate fully in political processes, it means women are equal contributors. And if you are like when you get national cake, then one man team up, it take all the cake, they give a quarter of that cake to one woman. They say, well, you know, peace then at this country because I don't give half cake to that woman. Without the rights, with responsibilities, and with dignity, without governments not making proper framework them way for look after we, and I celebrate the minister there, I know say most framework then they in play, but without the implementation, proper implementation of these laws, then it's impossible for make we say we don't achieve peace.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. I want for Kanto, Una, the audience, briefly, if somebody gets a burning point we want to make, what would you do? We want to keep this conversation interactive. I'll give you 1 minute for a few people then for just make them brief interventions and they will come back to the panel after that. I want to say also, if you did a year, you get a mobile phone, you did Orange, Africell, and QCell, you can send me a text, and the text they come now, I will see them, and I will also read your contribution in case you want to react in real time. The number is 818, toll free on all of them platforms. And by the way, everything we do at the ministry now, inclusive and it's toll free, so all them platforms then they you can send it. So if I not call you now, you can still send your text message. We're not only listening to a lot of the panel so far. I just want to give a few people quick one. Would the microphone in the inside? Madam Minister, I want to give non-ministers the first chance, and then I will come back to you as a minister. I know, but make I just give, make I give ordinary citizens a quick chance. Yes, the gentleman with the cap, number 1, quick. I will cancel you, Madam Minister. I will cancel you, yes. So now 1 minute, please.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. Although I'm apparent to minister, I'm representing the Persons with Disability Commission as a commissioner. My concern here is about the victims of war, persons who became disabled as a result of war. We know what they have gone through. Until this moment, their situation is not being properly addressed. As a nation, I think we need to focus our attention in handling, reviewing, and addressing the victims of war who became disabled as a result of the war. According to the TRC report, there are provisions that we need that guided the process of taking care of them. So whilst we are talking about peace and national cohesion, we need to take into consideration physical victims of war and how they are going through the current trauma endlessly in their lives. So as a nation, we need to.
Thank you so much. Very important point. I think there's a lady in hand right at the back there. Yes. Yes, please. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Dear, if you sabi talk Creole, I beg you let talk Creole.
Now that's how they do, sir. Good
Go
afternoon,
ahead.
everybody. My own name na Lala represents Gender and Development Department. My own question, waiting una the government and other body then they do concerning misinformation, disinformation, and attack on journalists, because that's now one thing where don't they affect the peace of this country, and we don't see several demonstrations them we don't come out, and that's now one thing again inside human. We see the effect of the deformation on electionary results, where it's tripartite and so many things. So waiting the government and other body them they put concerning that.
Thank you, Lala. Excellent points. I want to give ordinary citizens them first chance. Una all what they see we get position there, wale una put una hand on. Una wait in a government. Wa sabi, una sabi me. Una wait. Logi citizens and chance, okay? I see another young, now the lady in Hannah wants. The lady. Okay, yes, that lady there. Thank you.
Okay, so good afternoon.
Yes.
I get an observation where I make. Of course, me and Aisha Kamara can represent KSRN. The observation where I make now that we don't dey use entertainment for send a lot of messages for develop peace na salon. But on the panel, I know they make any advocacy for the entertainment, for the peace ambassador of entertainment. But I want to believe if we can get somebody from the entertainment sector, we go then at that table for this.
The chief minister.
How entertainment.
Na senior rapper.
No. Okay, so let we.
Una no know that day. Say moi. Good points. I'm just joking. Go ahead.
Let me sectorize them.
Okay.
Let me
Thank you.
get people and ways
Thank you.
specifically they into entertainment for talk about what entertainment will do for
Thank you.
bring camp peace and salon.
Thank you very much. Good points. Final points, the gentleman. Yes. And then when they come back to now, let we listen. The panel, I want to give the chance for let them respond, and then we'll come back. We'll keep this conversation going. You don't need for team up. You can sit down. It's okay.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Minister. I just want to make some plea.
Do you introduce yourself?
My name is Abubakar. Mina Abubakar Bangura from the African Youth with Disabilities Network, Sierra Leone. And we are next meeting. We want to see disability representation at the high table.
Correct.
Because it stands out and it's a very serious issue.
Thank you very much.
And what me want to bring out now this. Sometimes me I admire where somebody they cost, heavy mommy cost. You know, because it take that guts, it take that zeal. And all that it boils down to positive parenting we're lacking. And the homes where I feel say nobody not touch from the panelists then. I think government and other partners need for really pay emphasis because no matter how somebody vex, but you know mean say your reaction for make you take somebody in life or hurt somebody or just feel like I say you're not the law. You know, so a lot of things need for put in place for Andula. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Una all for their inputs, and they will come back to Una. I want to come to the panel, but some very pointed question, and they were just want to make clear. One on the question of entertainment sector, we definitely invite both the peace and entertainment ambassadors, both of them not be disposed for there. But as a ministry, parts of the work we want to do, especially for promote peace and cohesion, we take that point. We really, already we get one family people here, of course, they don't perform, they don't sing for winner, then starts the day, then self na part of the entertainment industry, and a very disability inclusive group. Very, very proud as a ministry for say, we don't insist. Every public event we'll get sign language interpretation, we don't make a policy, and we don't also they make sure say, we expand that facility to other ministries there now. We then get events as well as the Minister of Information. So I take your points, we will do better, we'll continue for learn, and we'll continue for do better. But I want to just quickly give Alaji Mutada Sise a chance for talk about this question of misinformation and disinformation. Now one of the comments that will come, and I think recently between you and Reverend, we've been getting a conversation about the role where religious leaders and they play. Not so long ago, we get two religious leaders and apparently do video or audio. One declares, say, in a vision. One day for go, not for go walk. The country, the pueblo. The other name, they declare anything in there. So, as religious leaders, how we now una your role as well for una your commitments to peace? I want to make you talk and then the Reverend talk, and then we will come on the women, peace and security side quickly. Go ahead, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. First of all, I address the issue of misinformation and disinformation from the Islamic perspective. Then I want to quickly go through some issues where I consider spiritual. That is the guidance where scripture, the give way if we follow them.
As long as you do all in 3 minutes.
No, less than 3 minutes.
Thank you.
The issue is, in Islam, it is very clear. Say, when there is something, before you disseminate them, you make sure so you don't confirm them. So if you follow that scripture, you won't go wrong. So I just want to mention that, say, all this issue of information, misinformation, disinformation, now because even the Muslims may not be adhering to what their scripture, the Holy Quran, tells them. So I go on for advice, say, any Muslim, Go to the book, it tells you how to manage information. But let's just quickly mention the issue of law and order. And where I say law and order, I don't mean this sophisticated crime or underground thing. So I mean simple law and order. Let us take the traffic. Every day I come to town and go back, you see people going against the traffic where they're not for do that. Don't allow that to happen for any reason, because them people where they break simple laws, they are the people who are against peace. So let us address them. Low-hanging fruit.
You were there if you break traffic, you are against peace. So this message now for you, sir.
This is very true. They are the same people that when they go jog, the people that hand because they go against the traffic. So I want to mention that. The second thing I want to do is patience. I will left my colleague. The Quran is very clear. It says, Allahu ma'asabirin. It said, God there with the people that were patient. The country, the situation is that people not patient. Then make one effort, they want big reward. Not also the world turn. So if you want peace, thank you. Let us be patient. Then finally, I just want to mention the issue of patriotism. I've been so pleased that you start with the pledge. Believe me, if we listen to the pledge and we commit to it, the effort at peace will be very well realized. I worked in Bangladesh for a few years. I realized that the first 2 years, every time I go into a lift or public transport, they say, which country? Which country? Which country? Then they ask me which country I come out. Mm-hmm. At first, I've been feeling discrimination. But when I find out later, the Bangladeshis are so national conscious that when they see you as a foreigner, they want to let you remember your country. So then later I begin to say, this is good. And the reason why they're national conscious, they fight for the independence in 1971. So these are the issues, low-hanging fruits. Let us change our attitude to our country, then we will make progress. Thank you
very much. Alhaji Mutada Sise. I'm glad the way you talk about patriotism. As the Ministry of Information and Civic Education, we work on a new national agenda for civics. For start with this idea, say we for love we country. For love we country, we for sabi the country. We for change the narrative of we history. And the last events organized, JD talk say, for example, then they say we been get hot tax war in 1898. What's a hot tax war? Now the first war of independence. But now because the story now other person writes, I make you say we na hot tax war. No, we people let me the fact say we want to be free. Now that day they were supposed to celebrate. And at that day, now the national pride they start for. That we take pride in ourselves. We recalibrate with history. I assure you say now something we'll work on and we'll come very soon and go work with now on that. Reverend Abiose Samuel, sir. I want to let yourself contribute to this whole conversation on what thing we supposed to do for change with attitude, but also as religious leaders. I have to say, this prophecy culture is more than the Christian side than it is on the Islam side. Then video the old see, then audio the old see. And I know say the Interreligious Council and also the Council of Churches in Salone don't play a leading role. We for more small, in fact, the first activist events we organize, where I go to a Council of Churches in Sierra Leone, they will be go. When I don't play a leading role. So I wait till now one for say on what you for do for help we for beat misinformation and disinformation and promote the culture of peace.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. First of all, I have to say, we got a big journey ahead of we. If we look who don't come out, who day now, and who want go, we got to take bold and deliberate steps. Because we don't allow me values them, things that will be all as core values them. Now we country make them go away. When we grow up in this country, small one, unity been there around the community that we offend we serve. We know who that they talk, we know say this way they talk, na good thing for we, or this way talk, na bad thing for we. We been get certain communities and they religious leaders they will respect. We been get teachers them. When they tell you teacher they come, you're afraid. We even get security personnel them. When they say soldier man, they come because that they say was it soldier man safe. Now voila. So when the kind of people and they talk, we may listen them. But we come to a situation now where we look to say lie, now fancy, and lie where they come out from leadership, condom. So from then to now, where people begin to lie and people learn, we the Sierra Leoneans say now, even now they believe the lie, pass it through. So that when you self they go as religious leaders, you they try or tell them, say this is the truth. This is what the government is saying. This is how it should go. People then they look and say, you know, nonsense, somebody talk. I go to one community, I don't travel outside this country. When they just pass this child married act. I go there, where I go and they engage them. Now they tell them, say, why don't come out of this country? We say, picking them, not for marrying them. And all the other go for the marriage, so I tell them always. As I begin to order things, the other they first begin grab. Now the mommy them. Now the mommy them begin grab. After the mommy them don't begin grab. Now one man till up, I say, Reverend. He say, yeah. He say, yeah, I'll say this man, I don't give me underage picking or you don't marry underage picking. So the value system, Papa, it don't go. So for make we able for come back and move forward as a nation. There are certain values them, like honesty. First time they tell you they go to school, they say learning is better than silver and gold. But now, wealth is better than everything. So all man they go down for the gentry. He forget the morals behind the gentry. And Jesus said, do unto others as you would have for them not do unto you. So make we watch ourselves. Make we watch ourselves or do the good things them. We go change we country, sir. Thank you very much.
Where the people of God they talk, we just now for just listen and learn. And I tell you, thank you for just one for say to the person who is saying na Gibele denaya, Lord day already for Gibele. And if you Gibele to person who now under 18, the law is very, very stronger because we send you go jail for minimum of 15 years. And then the President Bio stand for, the Honorable First Lady stand for, and we all they push that there as well. But you're right, we talk about values, and we all for do together for define what now the values. Quick one, watch a video on women peace and women peace building as alone, 2 minutes, and then we'll come and talk to the woman leader, the Ogaya, on waiting a woman their own perspective and waiting at the state of women peace building at the country. I'll go.
Peace building is, of course, when you are in a situation where you have found that there has been conflict, there has been insurgencies, there has been chaos, there has been violent activities. Women have come forward, women have supported initiatives of peace building. As part of the GYPI program, the Gender Youth Promotion Initiative, we were able to institute the Inclusive Conflict Prevention and Peace Building Project, which is a project that addresses the prolonged exclusion and marginalization of young women and men from their own decision-making processes. But now, next time they call meeting and barrier, they can call we the first time, we see they get out, we see woman they go, una come here. Woman business don't depend this. But now, we tell God thank you. Any meeting where they hold at this chief down now, woman go Monday. As an ambassador, what I'm canceling, I don't go out there and talk to people. What you the for do way they go make the community go get in peace. In terms of building the peace, women are good peace builders. Okay. So, for instance, when women understand how to play that role, they can also understand how to lead peace processes in an international level and also at a community level as well.
Thank you very much. Another clap for the, and I want to tell the production team plenty thank you for the work they do. I want to start with Auntie Marie Bob Kande because I feel like we want to listen directly and then we go, on this segment, we will end with the minister. Auntie Marie, we come to Women's Forum, we come to the UN YAG, and then we come to the Honorable Minister for Gender and Children's Affairs. Auntie Marie, you don't be leader in this country for long term. You don't talk for market women there. You don't organize them. Without women then a salon, we not get peace. All this talk we talk now about peace in this country. If the women of this country not being come together, they mobilize, then tawa for peace. Peace not they come. And more people don't women name. So Auntie Marie, usa we dey now we camp for peace. Waiting we need for do more. Waiting you woman then what you do with they say about waiting we in our government and waiting all man at this table supposed for do for we able for enjoy more peace than alone.
Thank you very much, Chair. We're in the middle. Yeah, in the peace process, we're in the middle. The reason why we'll be advocates for we'll get election before peace will be no say peace na process. The gun will set months, but the peace, it's now they pass so. And then I may we will get 2-3 elections, so well different people they come for can go by this country because of that particular issue. People are not truthful. They're not honest, they're not truthful. And if not, that's what they continue, God bless we quick. The governance issue. People, President Julius Maada, they appoint ministers, directors, he give them job description. They go according to that job description, without bias, without anything, inclusion for day. But it not happen. It not happen. And when you say peace, but if I sleep angry, I don't get peace. Peace no day if I don't sleep angry because you know I get picking the way I get for support. So the peace not only tap silence of the gun. Peace na broad thing. It diverse. If I sleep angry, I know they get peace. Yeah. If I'm not able to buy clothes from picking I know they get peace. Now school don't close. I go buy I call black power sandako. Now so they call that plastic shoes there for picking. First so we go school now this because they are peace there. Na class sandal now they wear for go school. We wear crepe. We wear dollop. Now most of majority of the shoe picking they wear for go school. Now rubber shoes. Then you see Sinkamo it could beat them. The right Sinkamo it was passed because it go one day not going for where pass you would have been. All those issues, they are peace. The other issue is, you know, today we sing the pledge, with the singer, if we do now we heart. Because God not to picking home. God, they see all what happen in this country also. People get for pay in different ways for destroy this country. Yeah, if they're not left, believe me, God go hold them. If they're not older, they go in generation. Who they see them? I want to fool. Who give people the whole past now, so we don't all fight, no work find this country. We see the pay where they get with them picking them, but we know the land. And as a government or an opposition, we know what also when they disagree to agree. We not get for try for make agreement for say the people are the priority. Because now we not go all day in a state house or in a parliament or in a now may go represent we. We not get for represent we for God and Anabi. Because you take oath for say I will do my best to protect my people. If you not do believe me, God go now answerable. We not go responsible for that. Me, I don't know this country. I'm 65 years this. A day per the war, I contribute to the war. I contribute to the peace process. Up to today, people know they change their attitude. President Kabaka, I say people get bad hearts. And as Gomaka, I say people for change their attitude. Now, better what they talk so. You know what that's me? People not ready for change. And if you not change, and it's how they put you, you know what they find for God and Nabi. God will ask you why they get forgive. You got to forgive account to God.
Thank you, Auntie Marie. Now let's clap one more time there. From where old, maybe 14, 15, where I don't sabi Auntie Marie, When I hear all man they call me Mr. Minister, when I hear I call me no so. Now you don't know say this person here is a you. You know in Peking. Because we don't benefit from in wisdom, in passion, and moral clarity. We finally all get. So I tell you thank you, Auntie Marie, for that. And then prayer the way you pray, so say God go pay. I remember how I go to them. Now you make her work hard. They pay me good. Madam President, Auntie Sally Adams, Women's Forum. You don't hear waiting the leader of the market woman and don't say, as the leader of the Women's Forum na salon, waiting a your position on this conversation. I also want to talk. The other speaker they can now for talk about mostly constituencies, but when I feel free for offer concrete ideas, what we go do, what we go change for move the culture of peace go before now this country. Go ahead. 3 minutes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. Before I say anything, I want to remind you, say, Mother Teresa be talk, say, peace, they go with a smile. So I want to all smile now before I say anything. Can we go together? If you're not smiling, you don't want peace. You're not ready for peace. Like an example, quickly. If you two people that make palaver, let's say when I come, maybe they can do dialogue with you now, for one embrace peace. They're the two kinds enough. They don't want vex. They don't want smile. What I want the peace. Not always smile. Okay. So as Auntie Marie said, for we the Women's Forum, we get a role for play. If today this country they enjoy peace, during the Bintumani 1 and 2, as you talk, Chair, Women's Forum and MB spearhead advocacy day for low election before peace, and also for cultivate culture of peace. We the woman them, because I talk in terms of woman them. We for no say God give we a tool. We're very powerful because we as women them, we're not agents of change. We're able to turn situation around in terms of peace processes. For example, we for the sanko for pull and do. Now woman they be go meet and say, do your papa will beg lay hands, lay hand tools. So for all the enjoy peace today, now all of the things that Women's Forum do over 30 years ago. But not withstanding that, I'm waiting, I want to say, as Auntie Marie, we say the woman that we're not honest to ourselves. And in life, if you're not honest, you're not able to do nothing with a good thing. We all know say peace, then the developed nation. If country not get peace, no national development not take place there. For example, when they see some of the violence the way they happen against women or picking them, somebody clearly talk say, he say, nowadays man them, they go for go marry the Peking. They don't marry and done. They can't go na us, go make us better. We get laws them against that. But the laws, we for so many laws that don't come. We talk about the sexual offenses model court. We talk say if man rape person, we till they for drive for go jail time. So this violence also boku, now we country now communities them. What will they do now as women they foster solidarity and support? If man go bit in with a killer, I feel say for command I don't that's what I talk say. You don't go to Peking. If they can get to options, say okay, because they go jelly they pull you. If they can able to cascade you back, because when they cascade you, the thing they turn up again, no, for go marry a woman. There are so many issues the way they affect we got Peking with women. This is a serious issue. If we not amend them, it will go on and on and on and on.
All right.
And then
thank you.
Peace to with the border and we picking them. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think say we'll clap for the president of the Women's Forum. As most people know, this issue of particularly violence against women, an issue we're me passionate about. I don't need to talk about for many years. Like how the CM say, when we come back and say we are against violence of any kind, but no joke, no day we come by the question of violence. And the thing about violence, now violence they begot violence. It starts by knack small, so not the threshold not to for say when you beat a woman, you kill her, now you don't do bad. Not so the threshold and they say for kill and force. Any form of physical violence is wrong and now illegal at this country. So if finally will keep that in mind and how we all for do that peace day. Because peace just way we not shoot and kill each other, but also we will not put other people them. We get less power than we need to take advantage of them. Actually, I want to let Madam Minister talk because I want the youth, the young people, I want to take them all three together. So I want to come to Madam Minister. The reason we be one let you do at this panel, Madam Minister, is because you work not just today as the Minister of Gender, but you don't work on peace building. You know, one of the people who sabi, who camp on one help, women, and peace building at the sub-region. From this conversation, Usa Wode now, what's in your assessments and what's we supposed to do? What's in your position on what we supposed to do together as a community, as a society, particularly for to promote women and peace building?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Minister. I just want to bring your mind back from 1995, 1996, we already been to Mali 1 and 2, where that the woman then begin to our tranga one for be involved inside the peace process. And this conference today, this town hall meeting, it remind me of those days where people and they come together for that we can talk about peace. It's very much important. It is very much timely. I want to bring my mind back to also the year 2000, where the UN Security Council adopted Resolution 1325 and 2250 inside 2015. What in the resolution they talk about? And peace and security. When they tell we how for make women them be included, then participate, we protect them when it comes to peace processes. How them for also take leadership position. Then the youth them. So the conference entitled where they talk about the women peace and security and youth peace and security is very much timely, and it took me back almost 20, 25 years ago. So this one, it try for tell we say as a government, we don't do a lot. A lot has been going on, in as much as the challenges that we get, we don't do plenty. Waiting as some of the things that we do. And Sierra Leone are one of the fourth countries in Africa, now West Africa, we adopt the UN Resolution 1325 for make we begin for implement them. Now the seventh country that country for develop what we call the National Action Plan. The National Action Plan is a pathway, a strategy, where they show we how, as a country, we move from one step to the other. Each of the plans then are 5 years. The first plan expired inside 2014. The second plan now 2019. Then the last one when this plan 2, where we adopt them 2019, it expired 2023. Now, we describe for can launch the third generation of the National Action Plan. Government, civil society organization, and other people within IASO committee, where they move towards the development of that particular plan, where they launch in the next few weeks. In fact, next week we don't launch them. But because of the planning, so we try for push them forward. The reason is we don't realize a lot of things are happening. The gender-based violence, we know they protect women then too much, so we need for strengthening we institution them. Strengthening institution at local community level. The structure that where we get there, we've been the work immediately after the war, we make slack. We then know they work again. The Sierra Leone Police Partnership Board, where we set up, when our institution then way, our structure the within our local community level for protect the communities then when they already function well, we need to go back and re-strategize. We need to look at what's in the inside the security sector. Of course, then don't develop plans, then beautiful plans, then and then plans, then they try to review the old laws, them where they protect women, them for so that and then self go be protected against gender-based violence. The last few weeks, we are plenty die. We are then they beat woman then they suffer, woman then they die, people then they kill themselves. All of this. As a country, even though we are trying, there is a lot that needs to be done. One, we got to promote what we call cross-party dialogue, way of cross-party initiatives at community level. Not to say because you're APC or SLPP, you know for join when other parties they make initiative the way they try to develop the country. We forget them cross-party initiative then they. Another one, we for look at with school engagement strategy. where they involved even the small picking them, not in primary school, because they say catch them when they are young. Many of university students and today, plenty not even know what happened during the war. Plenty no know waiting now the peace processes them inside Bintumani 1, Bintumani 2, and Bintumani 3 when are the recent one. So we need for the teach we picking them, we need for let them able for understand. All them things they are so that will help for reduce the temper, it will help for promote peace now we community. I want to tell you.
Thank you, Madam Minister. Thank you so much. And I really now my mic, they don't go. I've been get back up. It's okay. I'm glad the way you talk about the structures and the thing that we need for do in terms of laws as well. Now I want to talk to the 3 youngest people on the panel. The Chief Minister asked who that not been born in 1997. I see the hands that will go up na the panel and the young people that will get. And I want to start with actually Philippa, since you're the youngest, absolute youngest na the panel. You don't listen to all the adults them, all waiting and don't talk. From your own perspective, we talk about the future. The future basically now you, young people them, now the present, but also in this future we will try for construct. Now una get for day in the leadership, now una get for benefits from this future. What you don't see so far about peace in this country, and what you want for see we do more. You want to say to the all night, so we all the leaders that will listen to you as a young leader, as you message to them as well for peace and culture of peace in the country.
Okay, thank you very much. So, distinguished members of international community, ministers from different ministries, fellow Sierra Leoneans, advocates, and beloved children, I want to say good afternoon. Now, indeed a great pride and a deep sense of responsibility as the National President of Children's Forum Network, which is the child leading organization in Sierra Leone this afternoon, for also adding your voice when it comes to peace. We all know for say, in the States, waiting are one of the most important things are security, not to food. You're not going for eat if there is no peace. You're not going for go school, or you're not going for do your business is not that well secure. So now looking at it, me not get for base me conversation on women. Me they base me conversation on picking business. Because when you look at the foundation of Sierra Leone, it's based on children. And thereby I can normally say that picking them that are the current leaders there. We are photocopying from you guys. We learn from modern. So now when it comes to peace Nasalo, we all get for use an inclusive approach wherein we need everybody on board from ensure this peace here for rain Nasalo. So now, if we reflect back, reminds them during the war, when the chief minister will talk about the one that way they be born during the war, we raise up hand because we know experiencer, but we don't watch movies, we don't read history. And when I look at it, when I don't look at them videos, I don't read history a lot. I get for learn for say picking them and women, these were the most vulnerable during the war. We see say according to the story I get. We see say during the war, they be throwing picking there na gutter. Imagine if now you then be throwing na that gutter. If you don't deny, yeah? Imagine that kind of situation. Yes. During the war, the picking them, they were the most vulnerable. Then you speaking there as militants. They give them gun for kill them parents there. Some boy picking and rape them parents there. Looking at all this one, it creates a lot of impact when it comes to children. So now for make we maintain this peace here, we need an inclusiveness. We need everybody on board. One thing we always say is that if we always ensure that we always ensure for identify ourselves by we country. You know, I can reflect back in my mind last year when I go Kenya. What do we begin to say? Karibu Kenya, Karibu Kenya. They are telling you welcome. Like they have so much of sense of nationality, patriotism in them. But in Sierra Leone, like people normally associate themselves towards tribe business. So man, when you ask her, he always proud for associating himself towards in tribe. I can always talk and say, as a patriotic citizens, make we always associate ourselves towards with tribe. And remember, children, we are learning from you. When you look at what the Peking get for say out, who that the Peking get for be the personality of the Peking, it starts from the home. The training where you get, they are learning from you guys. And when you look at this piece, one of the benefits we don't get, now the Child Marriage Act bill. If you look at the Well of Parliament, the Well of Parliament consists of different parliamentarians from different political parties. If they were not united, if there was no peace in the Well of Parliament, you think that Child Marriage Act bill therefore don't pass, huh? Oh no. So this is now one of the essence of why we really need peace. And now you don't see say if you attend married where the Peking below the age of 18 years, or you go eat safe without all with the old order. Yes. But this, this law don't become so effective because the parliamentarians from different political parties, they use an inclusive approach for pass that particular bill. And so we also advocate, thank God the opposition leader is here. Very soon, our Minister of Gender and Children's Affairs will be presenting the Child Act Bill. And this Child Act Bill, yes, the Child Rights Act. So this Child Rights Act Bill, it's now waiting the Peking wants for make that pass, because if you look at it, it says a lot in promoting Peking business. Wow. So in wrapping it on, I just want to send a message to all Sierra Leoneans that make we instill in we self a sense of patriotism. If you like Salo, you go want make Salo go before. If you like Salo, you go want make peace reign na Salo. And don't please, Salo, now we all make we continue for talk peace. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I got for somebody, I call living 20-something years, and so we talk, but there they don't master the game pass. We far away. Because inside this in short statements, you don't lobby for an act, you don't get the parliamentarian, you don't talk to them for his support, you don't chastise with the adults there, see law and behave properly, you don't preach for peace, you don't talk about history, you don't talk about the future. I'll clap for Madam President again. Very solid foundation. I think the future of this country is very safe in our hands. Madam Anna, I welcome to you now as the leader of the UN Youth Advocacy Group, a group that puts together, and also you are now also a feminist activist. This same conversation from the youth peace and security angle, women peace and security angle as well, and the work they do as well with the UN system. What's a young contribution? What do you want to see follow maintain a culture of peace?
Thank you very much. So firstly, I think there is no mistake for bringing young people and for giving voice towards peace and cohesion. Because when you see peace, basically linked with we as young people then. And taking to Sierra Leone context, when you see violence, couscous, now young people there with full chest. And not just they say this because we don't see evidently who say young people and basically they cascade violence. Even though we are now changing the narrative, because now also they get sense. There are lots of issues then, where the results for the young people them basically be unpeaceful. And one of the things that we really see now is misinformation on social media. Now they see that there are lots of bloggers. I don't know if where people they get MB, they get the time, they get the energy, they open blogging page, and then they post information that we not right. And with me also they see that even these pages there get audience past traditional media. They don't even take over traditional media. Because immediately they put an information, it don't go faster. And when you look at these blogging pages, these are young people controlling it with full chest. And again, you look at one adults, they give money for basically they promote misinformation them. And anything we're taking on social media, basically that's how they act. Now so we ask them what they want. By the time I don't jump on streets. So again, regulation really get for be on this. I don't know if blogging media group or whatsoever. I think maybe regulation needs to be on it, or maybe they put them positively on the media. Let them say be recognized, or then get a structure in body so that this misinformation they come out. Another thing again is about youth being in leadership. Now I know that there has been lots of move that has been made by governments and stakeholders them, but we need more. You guys are not doing us favor, basically. We deserve it. Because when you see Sierra Leone population, it is made up of young people. So any kind of way, if you now have to discuss things about we, especially when it comes to peace, you have to bring us on the table, not as representative. We want to plan our own initiative on how to see peace and cohesion. We want to give you your input. I can take a reference on last year's election. Let's be honest. We don't see say violence not be too much. It be too much. Let's be honest. Violence not be too much because we find out say young people are at the center. They serve as observers. We will get the Ministry of Youth and National Youth Commission and UNDP will support young people that with them project and initiative for go on streets. And you find out say this even in social media, also young people they pass information, wrong information. Youth were there to cascade positive information. So basically, if you are doing laws and policies for us as young people, why not bring us on the center from the development stage, not the implementation stage, for let we self contribute to the solution? Because I believe say young people them, we are ready for change. We can see them. And we not say forget trust in we. Say we able for lead initiative, them able for do very well. So my own recommendation basically will be on, of course, including young people, integrating young people, you know, in terms of decision making when it comes to peace and cohesion. And I will do a call to action, say, for invest in youth leadership, as I said, not to a favor. And also for create more inclusive spaces. As I say, they are there, but we need more. We need more inclusive spaces then. And I believe that if we not empower, we will definitely lead the way, and we are ready.
Thank you very much. I think every speaker don't talk about inclusion. So, radical inclusion, I think the chief minister get on the right. Radical inclusion. The idea say we for do everything we can for put we all can together. Nobody not for left out. Salona we all own. Salona we all get some. Now APC gets here, now SLPP gets here, now NGC gets here, now PDP gets here. Now we all get this country still. The young, the not so young, everybody now we get this country. I get two last speakers in the panel before I can open up now follow get more contribution. But I want just take a look quickly at the slide results if they're ready. We ask people how to rate the current state of peace in the country on a scale of 1 to 5. A lot of people put 3. Some people they like mindul, like how can call her. 65% say they just in the middle. 24% say now 4, and then 1%, 6% say 1, 6% say 2, and then nobody no puts with 5. So it's good. Everybody say we get lots of work for do, and I appreciate that. But at the same time, we know the bottom. Right now, the country gets a semblance of peace. Well, now the most important factor that we don't help with for maintain peace in this country. Now, what we do here is we don't do a word cloud, and so we see the word that will come up a lot. You will see how they one in there. At the heart of it, Sierra Leoneans are very proud of religious tolerance. By the way, Fola invites the imam and the bishop, and now one part they normally call. Now they call in campaign. They come together. It's a beautiful country. It's an amazing country, and I think people really recognize say this na part and parcel of what we want. But other things, forgiveness, religious tolerance, peace, young people they are the hearts. I think Anna just mentioned, say, without young people, we not get this kind of thing. People then talk as well about family, how we come together as a family, media freedom and advocacy, na part of the thing and this idea say we committed to each other. Somebody say love. Love is a very, very important ingredient as well. So now are some of the reaction they will get from people, and continue for send your inputs. At the end of this as well, we will make the outcome of this slide we are very, very public. I want to come to the last young person who will get, and then we'll end with the chief because I know Papa. Now you get we all sit on your foot. So you then at the National Youth Council, you are the Secretary General, Mr. Kowi.
Yeah.
You don't listen to this conversation. Young people in this country wake up and peace building. Mm-hmm. All the challenges they as well we don't mention. Whether the challenge of employment, challenge of education, challenge of build on that with 3 average will get so.
Okay.
Follow continue for go up and up when it comes to the culture of peace and the future of peace. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Minister. The issues of young people in this country, nothing that we will discuss every now and then. And we don't see the role with this current government plays. Youth, young people at the heart of every decision we take. But quite apart from that, if one forget a sustainable, elastic peace in this country, we don't need to forget to empower young people. The empowerment, one part of the thing that we don't need to play with at all. We get a lot of young people now able to get job right now within day. We don't come to university. But one for see like how the minister they try to push the scheme for begin give young people them for give money to them for begin start the business system. One for see how then they go reach to the even the other young people they don't even go school, don't even sabi fruit on self. One for see that kind of thing day. One for see young people that get the opportunity for get job opportunity. We see this country, you come to university, where one part of the thing they will undermine peace in this country now that young man come to university, they be working at this town for get job. It's not easy. It's very difficult, very challenging. So one for see if government able count like how they get the National Youth Service, they get the National Youth Service where basically they train young people for going to the internship programs. We want to see how they go expand them. Hello? We want to see how they expand them. For say, as a common university, forget a 1 year period where they serve the government of this country, where they able to give you the kind of experience we want to for going to job markets. Secondly, we don't see say this country, me and Miss Salon, I actually miss this country. You don't think I miss this country? When I be the grab up, the culture will begin at this country in that when Christmas come, we'll see with small, they're not cruel at all. They're not cruel at all to help them. But we see the hunting, the come on, will they dance on the streets. That's the only easy stress of this country. We don't see say they don't ban the hunting, they don't pass. The other thing they will make, where they bring people in this country together. The thing they will make, the thing they will attract other countries that can say, I want can salon Christmas Day for can enjoy Christmas. All of this they don't pull them. So one for
you sit down near the reverend, yes, and the sheikh.
No, allow me to say. But
I just tell you no more.
Yeah, so all of this don't make the country. We're not so serious to a way that the serious don't make not to a way that we only watch.
Now listen, please. Now listen.
So one for see if independent they come, now we can dance, we enjoy that this country.
We
padu. But all of that they're not missing. Then the other thing I will talk about again. One for see how the Ministry of this is what we're talking about for tourism. Let tourism take note of this particular one. The other one we're talking about sports. We want to see how we go use sports for capture young people them. Sport not necessarily missing football. But we want to see how you go get inter-chiefdom leagues, tennis leagues, other leagues that will go to the community in the day. That will put down the pressure of young people them for they're going to street for go perpetrate violence.
All right.
And finally, sorry, sir, as the Secretary General for the Youth Council. Finally, we want to see how we're going to put policies. Although I want to appreciate the minister, he puts modalities in place for review. We ask them, the National Youth Service, National Youth Commission, will see the role they play. But we want to see how we the young people them, in terms of politics, like how they pass bill for women, they forget 30% for going to parliament. We want to see that kind of thing for young people them. Youth man them, we get right for going to parliament. Youth man them for all strategic position of this country. Now that kind of thing we want to see. With that, it buy down the pressure of young people them. Because I tell you, young man them, these are the essential goods for sustainable peace and national cohesion. Without it, we'll never get peace. Thank you very much.
Clap for the youth man. So you say plenty things there. You talk about national service, restoration of their cultural parade them, sports. You talk about youth quota. I think the Truth Commission also. Okay. Before I can give you the microphone, I want to get to our attention again. Hello. All right. You know, when the paramount chief they talk, nobody not supposed to talk. We are people that we respect. By the way, one of the things that way Professor J.D. Ali don't teach me, we are there on the look at, is we country, not to paramount chief that will be girl, not to so we call you, now being kings and queens. And somebody can I decide say, we then get king and queen, we not forget. So he puts them down, he call them chief. But then people they don't go since then, no. We still stuck with that. We still call with that the tribal authority. Then we still end tribalism. Now we do, and not so we come up with that word do. Now then come up with that word then. Now then tam we. Then give we stick with them. This is not the power of narratives. The power of we get for create we own story and change this story with them. Say pauper. Now we forget. So we go write we own story for ourselves. But one thing we will not ever lose, now we respect for with traditional leaders and traditional authority. So right now, I want to hand over the microphone to the leader of the council of we paramount chiefs in this country. You don't hear all this talk, all this change, all the talk. If the paramount chief, they know sit down and agree for peace, we know they get peace. If they not agree for letting lawyer or gender, picking children's rights without sooner, you know they be. Now one the right at the core. So I want make you, sir, PC, for let you wrap up for we and tell we about waiting una go like for see from una your position for let we push peace and cohesion go before na the country.
Thank you, Minister. I want to start for disagree with you. We say we paramount chief there for not show peace, where peace not go there. Me, I don't be paramount chief now. Me 20 years this. If we're not politician, they no allow law get peace now. Who not get that? One of the slides that we put here, the first slide, if I not forget, somebody say we be the cow, and not be sabi anything where they call tribalism. Now, Kono Abon. If any place they were cosmopolitan in Sierra Leone, Kono the lead. So Mrs. have no tribalism day up to today. Having sister, I don't know why with national elections they don't start to be tribalized. Because as chiefs, with elections they don't get nothing for do tribe. But national elections they don't start to turn out for being national. Ethnic census is now instead of elections. What I want to say here, I want to join Madam Marie Bokane, law start to be very sincere with myself. This country don't lead by a lot of things, as we talk about religious tolerance now, as being the current chair of United Nations Security Council. After the war, the civil society organizations, the emphasis on people's rights compared to their responsibilities, it don't create big problem for peace and security down there. I'm glad Mr. Kokadena. Right now, you talk to somebody in our village, even radio today, Mr. Minister, Sierra Leone get more lawyers. Everybody's having right. But little attention is being paid to people's responsibilities in this country. I don't mean for talk now much. I want to appeal. The radical inclusion who they trumpet now. Please, I beg on behalf of the National Council of Chiefs, enough for non-partisan. It should go across. This is not to proportional representation. No. Any party say we're not going to sit the parliament let be inclusive in national inclusion. Please, I beg you for this. The level of drunkenness in the world and by extension Sierra Leone today, it don't put a lot of weight on the shoulder of everybody who are there in leadership. To me, one of the most difficult things for doing leadership now for able to carry along with you other people their expectations. That they not easy. It's not easy. So to thyself be true. Lord, make sure say we go back to tell people that are in villages about their rights. Lord, go back, Lord, tell them what their responsibility. Now make some man believe in I right for 2 Dotina Street. I tell you about who thank you.
Thank you very much. The chair of the Council of Paramount Chiefs. Now, I want to give you the microphone again. My colleague enjoyed it tell me that may say we get some questions that we don't come in as well online, but we're not there, so I want to give you now. But I want to let we commit, say, follow get as many people and voices as possible. We keep on to the 1 minute I don't say. So you start, you say your name quickly, and then you go, you say everything you get for say inside the 1 minute. Also, not a question would they ask. At town hall, say what you want to say, what you want to see change. Your idea, how we will make peace. You can send message to we all within a year. The conversation, an open conversation. Then they listen, and then what we not done after a while, and they can't give them one final round, 1 minute, and then we go wrap up, we all go home. I wanna say play. All right, let's see the hand there now. Uda get the mic. Now you get the mic. All right, how they do one by section. At the can I take like 3, I can I take 3, I go 3, I go 3, okay? So 1, 2, and 3 to Pakamara. 1, 2, 3, in that order there. Can start with the one in front.
Okay. Yes, una good evening. Me na Emmanuel John Conte, the Deputy Manager for Voices Online. This na the media. On behalf of the media, and I also did talk to the media. The panelists them did talk just now about somebody did say the traditional media, the social media don't more take over than traditional media. The reason being that one of that they talking about honesty. The traditional media don't lack. I could say that with no fear. We don't lack the honesty way we for give to the people. We're not the fourth estate. We are not politicians. We for mediate between the government and the people. Okay. And if we mediate, we for be honest again and tell the people say now this the government they do. Let we not painter. Let we not try for be politician. Let we try for make sure say we be fourth estate and commit to peace. Without that,
thank you, sir. Your 1 minute is undone. Thank you. Next. Yes, 9. Yes.
Ibrahim Sarah Sisi, Voice of Salon Radio. And really, follow we get peace now this country. Let we continue to maintain the peace we need. We don't see for any electionary process where they change power in this country, then they kill. Both the APC, the SLPP, during the election and over in power. For now, the paramount chief them back get a role for play. Because we don't see back when the crown paramount chiefs, the paramount chief election, then they position now on politics. As politicians, we they expect una say, let una pull una color them and tell the people the way they follow una the correct, because that one day if una not tell the people the way they follow una, we will continue for see the red and the green day in disarray.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Pakamaya.
Mohammed Kamara, The Watch and Sankara Media Hub. I'll tell you, I thank you for, I just get concerned but waiting the Honorable Minister representative for the All People's Congress and Deputy Leader say about the constitutional review. When I all say the media is the mediator between governance and society, make clear, I would say, I know. What it means, Abby, the so-called constitutional review, now be a constitutional committee set up by the late Tijan Kaba. Then comes, they go to APC and Esubai Kuroma. Then there was a lot of dissatisfaction because the former president, Biwa had 7 years for the presidency, then 10-year term will bring about a lot of occupation for